A decade may feel long to us, but for our planet, it's barely a blink. Yet right now, some of Earth's most iconic landscapes are transforming so quickly that even scientists are struggling to keep up. These places are shifting in shape, color, temperature, and even location at speeds once thought impossible. And the wildest part is that many of these changes are happening in real time. Today, we're covering the top 7 Earth landscapes that won't look the same in 10 years. At number 7 stands the Amazon rainforest, where entire regions are switching from lush green to dry grassland faster than climate models predicted. Scientists say parts of the basin are now losing moisture so quickly that the ecosystem is beginning to flip into a new state altogether. Some rivers are shrinking, new savanna zones are forming, and the forest's weather patterns are shifting with surprising speed. But the next one is even more dramatic. At number 6 lies the Great Barrier Reef, which is undergoing rapid cycles of bleaching and regrowth that are changing its appearance year after year. Ocean temperatures are rising so fast that corals don't have enough recovery time between stress events. Entire sections that were vibrant just a few years ago now look completely different. Some researchers say the reef of 2035 might be unrecognizable compared to today. However, this next landscape is changing for a very different reason. At number 5 rises the Dead Sea, which is shrinking by more than a meter every year. Sinkholes are opening across the surrounding land at an accelerating rate. Shorelines have retreated so drastically over the past decade that old beaches now sit hundreds of meters from the water's edge. If trends continue, the Dead Sea coastline could shift more in the next 10 years than it has in the last century. Yet things get even stranger when you look at the far north. Coming in at number 4 is the Arctic Permafrost, where frozen ground is thawing so fast it's reshaping entire landscapes. Hills are collapsing, lakes are draining, new rivers are carving fresh paths through the melting earth. Satellite images show some regions changing shape within just a single summer, but the next one shows how fast fire can rewrite a landscape. At number 3 lies California's mountain forests, which have been transforming rapidly due to megafires and rising temperatures. Dense forests have shifted to open shrublands in only a few fire seasons. Tree species that dominated for centuries are disappearing from entire regions, and new plant communities are replacing them almost instantly. However, the next place is evolving from the ground up. At number 2 stands Iceland's volcanic zones, where fresh lava fields are rewriting the map almost every year. New land is forming, mountainsides are reshaping, and valleys that existed for centuries are being filled with brand new rock. Geologists say that parts of Iceland could look completely different by 2035 as magma continues pushing toward the surface. But the place changing fastest of all is something else entirely. At number 1 rises the Thwaites Glacier in Antarctica, often called the Doomsday Glacier because of how quickly it is shifting. Massive cracks are spreading across it at an accelerating rate. Entire ice shelves could break off within the next decade, and its retreat is happening so fast that scientists have had to update their models multiple times in just the past few years. What do you think? Which landscape surprised you the most? Tell us in the comments and subscribe for more discoveries about our constantly evolving planet.